Hi, this is Laquitha, and I want to talk about the horror film Vivarium. This was released in 2019 and it stars Jesse Eisenberg and Imogene Poots. It is about a couple who are looking for their first home and they come across a um, housing development in a suburban area. There's a real estate agent that's trying to get them to check it out. And although they are kind of taken aback by the social awkwardness and behavior of this agent, what they end up doing is they go there and then they find themselves kind of trapped in a never ending labyrinth of liminal space that they are not able to um, release themselves from. And so this kind of happens early on in the film, within like the first 20 minutes. And then from that point on, you just kind of see that they are forced, once they visit that first home, to kind of return to that home, and there's no way to get out of that. Even when they try to, look outside and look at the other neighbors and see how they can cut across to get somewhere else, they just see almost a mirrored expanse of the exact same house in the exact same spaces, and they have no choice but to stay where they are. So very much almost a social commentary about um, how our lifestyles and the way that we show up can be patterned for us, and not necessarily based off of just your free will choice to show up in a certain space, but just taking an initial action with a certain intention and then getting kind of trapped in a maze or a loop that you can't get out of. And so it's kind of giving that liminal space horror that I know there's a few films coming out for that in the future, but it's giving that a little bit. And then also kind of like the domestic horror where you have just the mundaneness of a patterned life or an expectation that you don't really want to be in becoming a trap for you and a hell realm, basically. And so you just see this play out in various ways. Very interesting film, worth the watch. Check it out if you do get a chance.